Boom, boom, boom. Another one bites the dust. 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 It's your boy Dame. Subscribe to Dame's World. Another commentary from another brother supporting the same system of oppression, acting like he's objective about the situation and circumstance. Shannon and Skip, undisputed, still talking about Kyrie. This is an older video about Kyrie. But let's listen to the jargon and I'm gonna break it down.
Wants him to take more steps before playing for the Nets again. Marks also says, important to note, the team never considered releasing Kyrie. KD weighing in on Kyrie's conduct here as well. He says, quote, I ain't here to judge nobody. I just didn't like anything that went on. I feel like it was all unnecessary. I feel like we could have kept playing basketball and kept quiet as an organization. I just don't like none of it.
Now to KD's comment, from my assessment, seems like drama and saga. Seems like everything was unnecessary. Which I'm not here to say yay or nay. I think that anytime you point out injustice or highlight information that can lead people to questioning the narrative, the standard, the oppressive methods, then I think that's warranted. But I feel like he says they handled it bad as an or I don't feel like he did say as an organization they could have handled it differently and kept it quiet. The Brooklyn Nets, the team, so maybe silence the issue. So it sounds to me like he's not here to ridicule Kyrie, but he didn't like how the Nets conducted themselves. So a subtle, not a big jab, a subtle jab at the organization possibly. A subtle jab at the system possibly, but it's like without retribution. They can't get him for this. He ain't said nothing crazy. But Shannon gonna get him.
Shannon, what's your reaction?
KD put his organization on blast.
Did he?
KD thinks that by playing basketball, it solves everything, no matter what's going.
That's it. That's your opinion. He didn't say playing basketball solves oppression. He said in this situation in which they demonized Kyrie and took his deals and suspended him, paused everything, maybe that was uncalled for. That could be the context. But you're flipping it to say, oh, he think basketball solves everything. Already a quick jab at the players, like you always do.
No, and KD happened to be insulated by making hundreds of $millions a year. And so nothing is. I am so glad Kevin Durant was born.
Wrong. Let me correct him right there. KD's insulated because he makes a lot of money. These celebrities are not insulated from racism. They are just rich motherfuckers who face racism. You just seen Ye. He's not insulated from racism. He's facing racism right now. You just seen Kyrie. He's not insulated from racism. Athletes, celebrities, black folks are not insulated from racism because they hop up the socioeconomic class. So that's fiction right there. You might be insulated from racial oppression induced by poverty, but not racial oppression in its entirety. The freedom to speak, the freedom to walk around and be who you are, the freedom to not get media ridicule, none of them are exempt from that. But let's go.
Kevin Durant was born when he was born. Kevin Durant would have been terrible in the 60s.
Another demonizing assumption. Kevin Durant would have been terrible in the 60s, like Kevin Durant wouldn't have spoken out as an athlete for his people and said just play basketball, because he references this situation, which is not indicative of oppression, racial oppression. When Kyrie posts that video, go watch the video. I finally watched it. You feel me? Finally watched it and seen what, you know what I'm saying, seen what it is. I still ain't saying yay or nay. I need to watch it again. You feel me? It was an eye-opening experience. But as far as exemplifying oppressive methods, more like enlightening a certain demographic of people as to their roots. But go ahead. He said he ain't built for the 60s like he built for the 60s.
Because all this is going on when black people are suffering, he was like, hey, we should just keep hooping and all this will go away. That's how he thinks.
That's a great point.
He thinks basketball.
Skip. This is just my opinion. white folks, don't talk about what black people should be doing. It make you look bad. Don't talk about what black folks should be doing. You should just shut up during these instances.
All solves everything.
Yep.
And he is insulated by millions of dollars.
Yep.
KD is upset. KD's
assumptions. Remember, media is supposed to be objective. KD is mad. Now he's saying KD's mad and upset.
have to move Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant doesn't want to be here.
A bit of soundness to that assumption because KD did ask to not be here. So that's a fair assumption. The first one.
Because he blames his organization. I believe we could have kept playing basketball and kept quiet. I don't like how any of it was happening. See, nobody's asking you to judge Kyrie. Kyrie could be a great Look, this is not the Kyrie that I know. He said something. I'm glad that he apologized and you could have kept it moving. I ain't here to judge nobody. Nobody asked you to. When you say somebody is wrong, that doesn't mean you're judging them, Skip.
False. When you say something is wrong, then that means you're judging their actions. And everyone's actions are indicative, part and parcel, as to who they are as a person. So when you condemn somebody for their actions, that's wrong, you're wrong, that's a judgment. By the way, it ain't nothing wrong with making judgments. Skip be wearing some fire-ass Air Force Ones and Nikes and shit. That's a judgment. Shannon Sharpe defends the system in which he is working for and under. That's a judgment. Judgments go both ways. Judgments are not just bad. But when KD says he's not here to make judgments, he don't want to even chime in on this situation. But let's get it.
If I say, Skip, you're wrong, I'm not judging you. I just disagree with what you're saying. I'm not saying you're a bad person. I'm not saying you're a good person.
True. It's not a negative judgment, but it is a judgment when you say somebody's wrong or somebody is anything. The human condition is to make judgments.
I'm just saying what you said was wrong. But when he took issue, the organization, I don't like how any of it was handled. What you mean? So what they're supposed to do? Just keep going like, unfortunately, KD, playing sports doesn't solve everything. I know you think it does.
He didn't say that. You're assuming he said that. He's talking about an isolated, insulated incident in this. They didn't have to blow up the narrative. I think he's talking about that. They didn't have to blow up this whole thing because no racial oppression was tangibly put to the surface. It is not definitively proven that Kyrie was oppressive in his methods with the post. So, yeah, essentially, to Katie's point, they maybe could have swept it under the rug. But there's a media circuit and agenda to not sweep this under the rug. Anytime you do anything in regards to Dr. Umar claimed them as the undestructibles or indestructibles. Anytime you throw rocks at the indestructibles, they're gonna silence you and they're gonna handle you. So yeah, they could have left. They could have kept it basketball and not brung up this post, and nobody would be in an uproar. But because the media is perpetuating it constantly, people are becoming into an uproar in something that they didn't have investments in, which is this situation.
That's why he's a terrible leader. Skip, remember, all he wants to do.
Terrible leader. He just called Katie a terrible leader. Demonizing.
Was who?
Well, he's a non-leader. He don't want any part of this.
Exactly.
Leave me out of this.
For him to take issue with how his team handled this, which I believe was the only way for them to handle this because they felt.
Look, there you go, siding. The only way they could have handled it is suspend them, fine them, demonize them, ask them to apologize. No, that's not the only way. There's many different ways. Katie just pointed out a way. They didn't have to blow it up through the media. There's other ways to handle it that would have not favored the system in which you work for, Shannon.
That someone said something that was harmful to a community and he didn't apologize. They felt that this was the only way that we could get his attention. And he took issue to that. We should have just kept hooping. And then it wasn't going to go away, KD. This was a firestorm that Kyrie created, and it wasn't going to go away through playing basketball.
Media created. He made a post. That post warrants a firestorm? Not so sure. Media's reaction is the firestorm. And you part of the media.
And see, here's the thing. The very thing that he hated the most about LeBron James and all the hubbub that comes along with him. Mm-hmm. LeBron James has never created a firestorm like what Kyrie's done over the last year.
Because LeBron James is in line. Conformity. LeBron James just gave a speech talking about I'm for all the same Black Lives Matter and I'm for all rights and injustice is wrong and that the same puppetry agenda LeBron James is for. So he'll never cause a firestorm like this. Yay, Kyrie, Colin Kaepernick, people who actually take jabs at the system will create a firestorm, which y'all niggas hate. House niggas hate.
Year and a half.
No.
And KD's been smack dab in the middle of it. Be careful, KD. The very thing you despise the most. You hated all that extracurricular that comes along. You smack dab in the middle of it.
He obviously wanted smack dab out of it
yes.
in the offseason.
Yes.
And his owner said, sorry, you just signed for 4 more years.
Yep.
You are here.
Yep.
And now, to your point, he does not want to be there.
So,
all right, so this is two-pronged. I'm going to deal first before I get to Kevin Durant. I'm going to deal with Sean Marks. So clearly he's not fully buying Kyrie's posted apology. And
look, and now Kyrie apologized, but it still ain't enough. Nobody's buying his apology because they want him on his knees. Again, buck breaking. We need more than an apology. We want you to do this, that, and that to make sure you're lock and step with our agenda. And I get more mad at the people who look like us. Look how upset he is. Look how upset he is for the system. Just apologize. Just apologize. Just apologize. Just apologize. Just apologize. Kyrie, are you going to apologize? Are you going to be sorry? Are you going to say sorry? Are you going to do this? Are you going to do that? Shut the fuck up.
Saying, no, that's only a first step. I need you to meet with some of these prominent Jewish leaders, and I think that might start with a Jewish leader who leads the NBA, and his name is Adam Silver. And I think you need to start right there and have a deep conversation with him one-on-one.
It's not going to be deep. It's going to be conformity. Step in line or get out of line. Simple. Nobody wants to have the conversation about Hebrews to Negroes, that deep conversation. These niggas ain't even watch it. They talking about how bad it is. None of them watched it.
Isn't that a lot of... Last I checked, I used to go to New York every weekend for 10 years.
Yeah.
All them synagogues. Does he not know how many the Jewish community, how prevalent they are in New York?
And in Brooklyn.
How prevalent they are in America, in the media industries, in the Hollywood entertainment industries. Look at Shannon. He ain't going against that type of power. Lock and step, I'm in line. I ain't going against that type of power. I'm going to conform.
Yep. Does he not know? He probably passed like 5 on his way to Barclays.
Yeah. Now to, quote unquote, my man, Kevin Durant. I'm disappointed to the point of being disgusted with this response. This is bordering on Kyrie's response.
He's like he's supporting.
Oh my God. Because it's not fully on the side of the oppressor, which is claiming to be oppressed right now. You're disgusted and disappointed because it sounds like you're kind of a little bit on. Nobody can be on Kyrie's side, in his opinion. Nobody. Because it's clearly wrong and it's clearly anti-Semitic and it's demonizing to a whole community. So he's definitively wrong, even though we haven't watched the video. We haven't shown clear evidence of nothing that's anti-Semitic. Agenda.
He's supporting Kyrie. He starts with the disclaimer, I ain't here to judge nobody.
In that text, you can't definitively say he's supporting Kyrie. I ain't here to judge nobody. It all was uncalled for. He could be saying Kyrie's post was uncalled for. So he's not definitive. But because he's not definitively standing with the community that's demonizing the media conglomerate and the Jewish community, he's in the wrong.
Couldn't tell, because then you go. I just didn't like anything that went on. I felt like it was all unnecessary. What?
What was unnecessary?
What Kyrie did to start it was unnecessary. Yeah. I felt...
Only Kyrie. Only his part was unnecessary. The media uproar and the spending a whole first quarter demonizing Kyrie every time he plays, and y'all saying he's an idiot and a bad person. All of that was necessary. Suspension, Nike stripping him, all of that was necessary for a post. The fuck out of here.
Like, as you just quoted, we could have kept playing basketball and kept quiet as an organization. Okay, timeout. So you're just saying that that's just Kyrie being Kyrie. Just ignore it.
Exactly.
He retweeted a link appearing to condone and support and almost all but embrace, if not promote, said link of a movie based on a book that is vehemently anti-Semitic.
Prove it. Did you read the book? Did you watch the film? Did you read the book? Did you watch the film? Not the rhetoric. Did you read the book and did you watch the film that says vehemently anti-Semitic? And by the way, it's on Amazon. So talk about Bezos. Talk about Bezos' promotion of the same content in which y'all claim is vehemently anti-Semitic. Y'all won't do that.
On so many deeper and deeper levels, anti-Semitic.
Right.
And it appears that you're saying tacitly, I'm anti-Semitic too. That's
Oh my God. Now you're saying KD is anti-Semitic. Skip. Shannon. He anti-Semitic now for that comment? You niggas is puppets, bro.
came across.
Right.
I'm sure it came across to a whole lot of Jewish people that way.
Correct.
Including those.
Correct. Fall in line. Correct. For sure right. They're wrong. We're for sure right.
8 who came the first night, as you recall, and sat in the first row with the T-shirts on to protest as season ticket holders that we have an anti-Semite in our midst here playing for our team, and we're not going to accept that.
Right.
We love our team, but we don't love that.
Correct.
Kevin, a firestorm was created. A line was crossed.
By your best friend.
By your best friend, and it must be dealt with.
Yes.
To keep quiet as an organization is impossible. It's why your owner,
they do it all the time with black issues. They keep quiet all the time with black issues. And it's not impossible then. We getting killed on the street. We're getting incarcerated at high rates. Everybody's quiet about that yearly, annually, daily, monthly. But because somebody posts one thing about one community that could or could not be hints of some sort of could or could not. I'm not saying it is, I'm not saying it isn't. I watched it. I didn't detect that from my observation. Against hate. I think it was a display of someone's truth, just like our history is a display of someone's truth.
First night, right out of the box, condemned what Kyrie did. It's why the league immediately condemned what Kyrie did, because
they have an agenda.
Not only is it just wrong, but bottom line is the bottom line. It's bad for business. And you're saying we should have just kept quiet as an organization? You would have gotten skewered and condemned by the national or international media. If you tried to ignore this story.
You couldn't keep quiet about this.
You can't keep.
Yes, you could have. Same way y'all keep quiet about killing black people every day. Same reason why y'all keep quiet about being paid as black workers. I'm sure Skip probably make more than Shannon. In every field, black workers get undercompensated. Quiet about it. We keep quiet about the real racial oppression. It's sad to say that Jewish people don't go through systemic and institutional racism today in America. It's not sad to say, but it's sad to say for these sad niggas. Black people go through that. And we keep quiet on the daily. We still playing basketball and football and sports events. While racial oppression is continuous.
Why? What are you talking about?
And Kevin Durant thinks basketball, soccer.
He didn't say that.
Of everything.
Yeah.
And see, this is why, and when they say shut up and dribble, and Kevin Durant's like, man, I just want to dribble a basketball. This ain't nothing.
Don't compare it, because shut up and dribble was in regards to race, relation situations, current events, oppressive methods. He's talking about this post, this situation, and tying it to the history of anti-Semitism, which is not prevalent in today's society. It's not the same as shut up and dribble with racial and systemic oppression today. Not a faulty analogy.
I am so glad Kevin Durant is the age that he's in. I'm so glad that Kevin Durant was not back in the 40s or 50s, because Kevin Durant would have thought, because I'm black, but I got money, I'm good. Just let me.
Yeah, come on, man. Don't do that.
He keep hooping, let me keep drilling the basketball, and I don't care about anything else but Kevin Durant.
Mm-hmm.
That's all he cares about is Kevin Durant. Boy, his myopic, is singular focus is him and what goes on in his world. He gives a damn about anything else.
Damn, look how they talking about him.
That is crazy to me that this man said, I ain't here to judge. Nobody asked you to judge Kyrie, but the organization should have stayed out of it.
This is sort of the flip side of shut up and dribble.
These niggas love Jewish people more than they love black people. That's the conclusion. Because Jewish people don't face the oppression we face. They face commentary, and they treat that like the oppression we face. So these niggas love Jewish people more than black people. Shannon Sharpe loves Jewish people more than black people. He's more riled up about Jewish people than black people.
This is actually, I want to dribble and you shut up, right?
Yeah,
Just shut up.
And these are the way the NBA is now. The media has so many outlets now, and their stories hit pretty fast now. So that's where all the chaos is coming from. Everybody has an opinion on the situation. Man, this dude.
That's true. The chaos is coming from the media. The media didn't have to do that. That's where the chaos is coming from. That's why you in an uptick right now.
Here,
Okay, I'm going to tell you how this is going to come across.
his support of Kevin Durant, and he stepped in it.
It's going to come across like, okay, so Kyrie offended a bunch of Jewish people. Who cares about the Jewish people? That's how it's going to come across.
That's how you guys put it. Again, media spin. Who cares about it? He didn't say that.
I promise you, that's how I would accept it and take it.
He just stepped. He should have kept his mouth shut. If he was going to say what he said, he should have just.
Oh, now you want him to shut up. The hypocrisy. He said we should have shut up. Now you want him to shut up. Unless he conforms to the idea that Kyrie was wrong and everybody else was right.
Stay quiet. He should have just stayed quiet, because he put himself into something he shouldn't have, and now he's in it, smack dab in the middle of it.
He's in the middle of it. And next we might hear from Sean Marks that both Kyrie and Kevin need to sit down with the Jewish leaders, right?
Yeah.
Kevin needs to be enlightened
Oh my God, this is sick.
just about what line got crossed.
Yeah, but I've never seen anybody. This man thinks basketball can solve all the problems. No, his problems. He don't see anybody else having a problem. He don't give a damn about anything else. Long as I'm hooping, damn who got offended. Damn this, damn that.
Final line. I just don't like none of it. Well, okay, you don't, but a whole lot of people that they don't like it for all different reasons.
No, y'all don't like Kyrie's part. Y'all like everything else. He said he don't like none of it. Kyrie's part, their part. That's a bit more objective than y'all. Y'all don't like Kyrie's part only, but y'all love the system's part. Demonizing, calling him an idiot, defaming him, and using assertions like anti-Semitic when y'all didn't even watch the film.
Much deeper, more powerful reasons.
Man, this dude here, Skip, but that's your guy.
Yeah.
This dude here, Skip, but that's your guy. Fighting for the system. Fighting for a community that exploits him every day. Whatever he make for this institution, they make 10 times more off his back. The Denver Broncos, great tight end, they made more money off him than he saw from his own production, off his back. But you want to support and defend them when somebody puts an Instagram post up? And y'all ain't watched the film? Fuck y'all. Fuck the media. Fuck the media that's owned by them corporations. It's your boy Dame, man. Exposing the Media Part 3, Part 4 on the way. I don't know who I'm going to get. But it's been Shannon. It's been Shaq. It's been Chuck. Who else was it? And you know it's been Stephen A. Smith. King Coon. Historical Coon. He been doing this longer than all of them. It's your boy Dame. We're on the way.